So here we've got up in the top left position the blue Protoss from Team XMG. He is a WCS Premier combatant. He's a Premier League caster as well for WCS EU. It is ToD. And his opponent down in the bottom right. Arguably one of the strongest Zergs there is in the entire world from Team Startail. He is under the colour red. He is Life.
And wow, so let's see what these players end up coming out with in game number 2. Life isn't going to be going for a super early pull this time around. I think he's going to be playing a much more straight up macro game against ToD now. He's basically saying, look, I'm 1-0 up against you, and all things considered, I am a bigger favourite to win this tournament. So in a normal game, I have really, really good chances. It's now up to you to try and hold me off because I'm 1-0 up in this series. And that's a perfectly valid viewpoint to take. Life, of course, also very confident.
Extractor first.
But Extractor first going into a pool, so it looks like I've spoken too soon. He is, in fact, going to be going for huge amounts of aggression, second game in a row. What do you think about this, Maddles?
I think this is good. I think Startail's life plan here is that he just wants to go out. He wants to win this nice and quick, basically. He wants to keep the pressure on, because what really hurt ToD in the last game was he couldn't tech up. If he had those Colossi, he would have held that quite nicely. But by keeping the pain on, ToD had to pump units. He had to just get more gateways down, spend his money just surviving, and that is what Life wants to force him to do. And if he can't survive, well, guess what? Life takes this series 2-0, and he gets a nice little break before he goes into his next game.
Well, this is certainly an interesting take on things. I mean, Life certainly had the opportunity just to go for a macro game, and we wouldn't have blamed him at all. That's normally what I would expect in these situations. Even Life in the GSL actually normally does this. When he goes for one game, super aggressive, we often see him fall back on his macro in the next game, but he's not doing that here at DreamHack Summer. He's going to be going straight for the speed, very, very early gas as well. And he is going to be expanding, of course, at the very least needs that extra larva. It remains to be seen whether he's going to be droning up with that, or whether he's going to use this to go for a massive speedling attack.
Well, he does have, he's completely gas income, okay?
Yeah.
That's the important thing. So he does have the option to pump an awful lot of Zerglings.
That's right.
If he does that, this natural base could be in a lot of problems. We can see the ToD does have the Mothership Core coming out. The Overlord is just getting a quick look, sees the pylon, sees the natural. These Zerglings alone are going to be able to put a lot of pressure on here. There is no Zealot yet. That's the other thing for ToD. He is just playing quite economical. The Zealot only just now coming out. The Zerglings moving back because the Mothership Core is there. But seeing only 4 is probably not enough to trigger ToD's real concern.
I think at the moment 4 links isn't enough for him to go, oh no, what's going on here? But the Mothership Core is caught a little bit off guard here as 6 lings actually are able to get in. And now we see them moving into the main base. This probe desperately trying to get out of the way and able to at least put down the gateway before its demise. We have a single Zealot out on the field now as well. These lings may attempt to surrender, or in fact he's just going to go straight around it. There is the Zergling speed. This is going to be really problematic now for ToD. 1 probe is going to go down. Will a second go down as well? Having to walk around and dodge. And we now have the rest of the lings.
Oh, the wall-off goes! There was no cancel there either.
That's
ToD's attention was there, trying to protect the probes, and at the same time, he has still got the Zerglings in the main base.
This is nothing but lings now coming out of Life. He is building nothing but the things in his production tab. You can see it right now. Only 4 additional lings on the way. And, well, ToD is going to have to fend this off basically with probes right now, and it's looking increasingly difficult. He has got the photon overcharge down on that nexus, but there are so many of these links it'll take quite a while for them all to go. This is proving to be possibly disastrous for ToD. If he holds this off though, he does have the natural expansion already up, but the wall, once again, the gateway here has to be cancelled.
Yeah, these additional gateways are also getting taken out here. Warp Gate Tech is so nearly finished, and that's what ToD really needed before these gateways fell. But it looks like he is not going to be able to get that, which the pylon will be depowering them. And now the Nexus and the Natural is under siege. More Zerglings, more speedlings streaming across. Bit of a missed rally point there, as some of the speedlings heading straight for the main base. And yeah, as it stands, Life has just flooded with speedlings, and it is working so well.
ToD probably wasn't expecting this. I mean, at the end of the day, he was probably thinking, right, I'm going to see what kind of chance I can get against Life in the late game, but Life not giving him that opportunity at all. He's flooded in with lings 2 games in a row now, and that's going to be enough. GG, Startail Life takes a quick 2-0 victory over ToD.